Information, 1600 AM, 99.7 FM, WIDU1600.com. We are WIDU Fayetteville. We do radio. Follow us on Facebook at WIDU 1600 AM.
NCN News. I'm Bruce Farrell. A Syrian man arrested after a shooting near the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller says the shooting resulted in injuries.
One member of the embassy's local guard force was seriously injured. The gunman was arrested after the incident.
A Lebanese security official and two judicial officials familiar with the case said the gunman appeared to be a lone attacker. Israel launching a new military campaign in central Gaza, killing dozens of Palestinians. Details from reporter Linda Gradstein.
The Israeli military has been fighting against Hamas, has discovered several large tunnels, a lot of weapons, some held in people's homes. It is committed to making sure that central Gaza cannot become an area that Hamas can retake.
With immigration a top issue on voters' minds, President Joe Biden taking sweeping executive action to severely restrict asylum claims at the southern border. North Carolina's 13th District Congressman, Democrat Wiley Nickel, says it was the right decision.
We've got this political issue that we need to work together to get resolved, and the votes are there for it if we could just get a bill on the floor.
The president said he would have preferred to have had bipartisan legislation from Congress on immigration to handle the border crisis. Instead, there's been bipartisan criticism of the rules proposed by the president. Now, Hunter Biden's ex-wife and a former girlfriend called to testify in his federal gun trial as prosecutors seek to show the depths of his drug problem, which they say was still going on when he filled out a form to buy a firearm. The FBI now called in to investigate an incident that led a Jacksonville Police Department officer to shoot and kill a man who was a suspect in a domestic disturbance. Officers encountered an armed man who had barricaded himself in a house along with 6 others. As others were being removed from the home, the man exited from the rear of the location with a gun and opened fire. Officers returned to fire and killed him. You're listening to NCN News.
Good evening. Tonight's forecast mostly cloudy with a chance of an isolated storm tonight. Low temperatures dip into the upper 60s to lower 70s. Thursday, partly sunny, breezy. It's a hot and humid day again. High temperatures range from 85 to 90. There will be a chance for some scattered late-day storms as a cold front swings through. Behind that front, it's sunny and less humid Friday. Highs are in the mid to upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
Whenever I'm down, I call on you, my friend. A helping hand you lend in my
WIDU, WAGR, WEWO, WYDU. We equal out to the entire We Do Radio Network. We inspire divine unity, knowledge-based, issue-driven. Most importantly, as always, yes, we are your number one community connection radio station. Happy Wednesday evening. It's a new month. It's a new day. It's a new week. You know how we do on the first Wednesday of each month, and now also on the last Wednesdays of each month. We're going to get the best of both worlds. That's right, that Nation of Sisters radio talk show on WIDU, the We Do Radio Network. To all of our radio listening audience, all of our live Facebook viewers, please be sure to like, share, and comment. You're in for a special good treat today with today's segment of A Nation of Sisters radio talk show with our friend, our family, the lovely, the anointed, appointed one, Miss Tammy Thurman, host and producer. May I add, we have in studio two lovely guests. They're here today to kind of talk with Sister Tammy Thurman on A Nation of Sisters radio talk show. Super excited. I know they're going to do some girl talk today. Looking forward to that. So let us savor the moment. Let us enjoy today's segment of A Nation of Sisters radio talk show on WIDU and the entire We Do Radio Network. Glad to have you back, boss lady. Take it away.
Hey. Thank you so much for having us back. It seems like it has been forever. Right? Tammy, what's been going on? What have I missed here? I mean, you know, I used to call it Fayetteville, but now it's Humidville. Yeah. What is going on?
We're getting an early jump start to the summer. I don't think we're ready for summer yet. It's going to be hot.
I don't think so either. And from what I'm hearing, forecasters say that, you know, we're about to have a really serious storm season of hurricanes and everything. So you guys that are listening, hey, you guys, you better brace yourselves. Keep everybody lifted up in prayer because we're definitely going to need it this summer. So, everyone, let me just start off by saying thank you so much for rocking with A Nation of Sisters, all of our faithful listeners, all of those who view us on WIDU Facebook. And guys, if you haven't already, please stop by A Nation of Sisters on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok. And like this and let us know how you feel. But as you're listening now, I see Shane McDougall said, that's my song. That's right, Brandy. I love Brandy. She is always a safe person to go to, you know, if you want to hear a really, really great song. This chick said, you're my best friend in the good times, in the bad times, whether I'm losing or if I'm winning, you are my best friend. I think that is such a powerful message. And guys, I didn't pick that song today. I want to tell you, one of my guests, Miss Anaya, picked that song out, and it was a perfect song to pick because she is here today with one of her very, very, very close friends, my goddaughter, my sweetheart, my little baby, Maya.
Hi, Miss Danny.
How you doing?
Good.
You doing good?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we have got Anaya, and today is my first day actually meeting her. Let me give you a little background of what's happening here. So I know all of you have been watching on WIDU and on A Nation of Sisters, and you've seen that what the guest I was going to have. Well, we had a scheduling conflict, and she was not able to be here. So at the 11th hour, you know, I can always count on my girls, right? I can always count on my girls. And I called, and I said, can y'all guys come out, be on the show? Let's talk, let's catch up, you know, just something informal. And Maya said, yeah. And I said, Maya, get some of your girls. Let's bring them on. Let's have that conversation, right? And so she called, and Anaya said, yes, I'd love to come. I want to meet A Nation of Sisters. And now there's no getting out of it. You are now officially in A Nation of Sisters.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Doing good?
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you, from Charlotte, North Carolina, UNC Charlotte, and from Howard University, I am so blessed and honored to have these young women into the studios today. Come on now, come on. Now, let me tell me what's the first thing right now that's on your mind. What are you thinking about right now?
I'm probably nervous, Loki.
Who's nervous?
I think I am. I know.
Are you serious?
Yes, I know. I'm always nervous.
Listen. So,
Yeah.
so your dad is on here. Hey, John. John is like, go, Maya. Joe Haynes is watching from Greensboro, North Carolina. Who's Joe Haynes?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, Joe Haynes, thank you so much for rocking with a Nation of Sisters. You guys, please like and share this video just as soon as you can, because it's very important. And those, I know a lot of you are listening right now on our radio station, maybe in your car. It's 5 o'clock. A lot of people are coming home. So 99.7 is your choice of station, and you're probably listening to it. But if you want to see some really, really beautiful young women, please go to WIDU 1600 AM on Facebook Live so that you can see them. All right. So, Anaya, I want to start with you. Let's have this conversation. Let's start today, because you and I were kind of talking before the show started about what a Nation of Sisters is, what it's all about, and who it is geared to. And so, it is all about motivation. It's all about being positive. It's about building up women. We don't tear them down. Those that we see that need a helping hand or a word of encouragement, that is the platform that a Nation of Sisters is all about. How do you feel about that?
I think that's really good. Like, there's not a lot of motivational groups out there for young black women in general. So I think that's really good that you do that.
So what year of school are you in at Howard University?
Well, I guess I'm a sophomore now because we're going,
You're
sophomore.
You're going to be a sophomore. And Howard University has, what is their mantra? What is their logo? They're saying?
Just HU, you know.
HU, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Got it. So how's the first year of college been?
Oh, yeah. College was crazy. Not crazy, but it was just like college. I'm the first of my family to like go far away for college.
Really?
Yeah, because DC is like 6 hours from here.
Yeah.
So that was different to like adapt. And then we're like in the country, and DC
we
is
are
the city. And I didn't even get to go to DC like back in 8th grade for like the 8th grade trip.
Yeah.
So that was my first time in DC when I went to school. Like, so that was different.
So you basically kind of grew up the same way me and Maya did, country girls. How did you pick? I can see maybe North Carolina State and Raleigh, UNC Charlotte is a stretch because that's three and a half hours maybe away. How did you pick to go all the way to Howard University? You're out of state, and not just out of state, you're Virginia, Maryland, DC. You're 3 states away. 3 states away. And so with traffic being good, on a good day, 6 hours. But if it's bad, then you can add an extra 30, 45-minute drive to that. So how'd you pick Howard University?
So if I go back to it, senior year, think about. Yeah, so I always been good in school. Like, me and Maya went to the same middle school and stuff. So academics were never an issue. So when, like, college came around, like, senior year, and they start saying like pick your college and stuff, I never had a dream college to go to.
Really?
Yeah, no. So I really wanted like my parents to pick me a college and like, oh, just go there. But obviously it doesn't work like that. So my guidance counselor at Hope County High School, I was going to her because, usually when you're a senior, you go there to see, like, what schools to apply to and stuff like that. So I went to my guidance counselor, and she was like, with your grades and your academics, I feel like you should, like, apply to a prestigious, like, school. So she told me Howard University. And I only heard about Howard, like, a couple times. Like, my mom said when she was in high school, that was her dream school. But, like, she didn't go. But, so, yeah. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to apply. And then I looked up some stuff, and I applied. And then when time came around, when like I found out that I got accepted, I didn't find out until April. And I already was in my mind I was going to UNC Charlotte. Like, me and Maya already did the like roommate rooms and everything like that. We toured it together. We was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go here. And then when I found out I got accepted to Howard in April, I was like, this is like the only HBCU that I would like to really go to see. Because I'm not saying nothing's bad with the HBCUs in North Carolina, but I just didn't want to go to any of them.
You just didn't?
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Because if I really had my choice, if I could go back to my college years, being honest, and transparent, I would have probably went to Spelman.
Okay.
I would have went to Spelman. But, you know, it is what it is. So what tipped you from Howard University? Because your best friend, your beautiful best friend, the girl who, you know, you've grown up with, right, is now at UNC Charlotte. She's settled, is solid. I'm not going anywhere else. And then now you've got to make the decision that I really want to go to Howard University, and the tangible part of our relationship is now going to be broken because I'm not going to physically be able to be with her spiritually, right? Mentally, like I can call you, internet, blah, 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 email, text, all of that. But tangibly, she's not going to be there, but you still made the decision. Is there anything that was going on that helped you make that life-changing decision?
At first, I was pretty nervous to tell Maya, like, I want to go to this school. But then I realized, like, she's my friend, and, like, she's very understanding, and we both had to, like, go to, like, better our lives and stuff. So, and it was just more so, like, I just told her, like, I'm going to try it for a little bit and see if I like it.
Yeah.
Now that the first year's done.
So what's been probably your number one experience that you've never, because, you know, when you go to college, everything from A to Z is now presented to you, that you thought that you had seen everything, but no, when you go to college, everything from A to Z is now there in front of you. Mom's not there, dad's not there, nobody's there to tell you don't have to do anything, you don't have to get up at this hour, you don't have to come in at this hour. No, you don't have to do any of that. Everything is based on your own decision. What's one thing that you want to share? Let's just let me get full disclosure that you want to share, right? Because there's a lot of people listening right now that you want to share, that you've experienced, that you said, wow, this is kind of great. I kind of feel like an adult now. Wow.
One experience. A lot of people say, like, the freedom, but I don't feel like my parents were never strict, so I had, like, freedom to do a lot of things. So it wasn't like being on myself was like, oh yeah, I could do. So no, it wasn't the freedom. I would say not seeing my family, like, more often than I would used to.
So that dependency.
Yeah. Dependency.
I mean, but, like, your whole family is in Rayford.
Yeah.
So it, like, because I can understand.
Oh, you live
that.
in Rayford? You're from Rayford too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, her family, I feel like I was going to say this. Her family is from up north.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like maybe that's why she wanted to go back up north too. But, I mean, I get it. Because even being home now, I get to see the babies all the time. And if me and my sister want to go out and do something, or I can go hang out with my mom or my dad. When you're in college, it's kind of just like, okay, I guess I'll just go hang out with my friends. Let me just FaceTime the kids. Like, you don't get to see them all the time.
It breaks the normal. It's not the norm now.
Yes.
There's a new norm, right? I think maybe, if that's fair, there's now a new norm.
Yes. But I will
say that you've set.
Yeah.
And that's a part of being adult. You set the new norm. Mom didn't set it. Dad didn't set it. Brothers and sisters haven't set it. You set your new norm for your life.
I will say my parents weren't strict when it comes to, like, Mom, I'm finna go hang out with Anaya. I'm finna go hang out with Tamia. I know them girls. I know their parents. Okay, have fun.
Shout out to Tamia.
Yes, Tamia couldn't be here tonight. But I definitely feel like being able to say, because we have a cookout right down the street from my school. If I wanted to get up and go at 2 a.m. to go get a milkshake, I could.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. It wasn't like once you're in the house, you have to stay in the house. I'm like, oh, okay, I can walk out and come back in. Nobody's going to yell at me. Yeah. That's not bad, but yeah, I missed my family a lot. I will say probably between October and December, I was coming home every weekend. If I could leave Friday night.
Why?
Because I missed them. I missed my dad. I missed my mom. I mean, I will say going to church on Sundays in Charlotte was nice. I do like Elevation Church. It's a very good church.
Shout out to Elevation Church.
Yes. and Fayetteville don't
and,
have one.
And she's giving me a segue, so we're going there. You guys hang tight.
So I feel like that made it better too. But I mean, I just missing your family. I feel like, but that's a part of college, like to grow up. My dad will get to see his mom every day.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
that's right. It's a new norm. This is the new norm, and how you adjust to it, I think, speaks to your maturity as well. So now, legally, you're an adult, but the maturity level is still in your responsibility. Now, as far as the state and federal government are concerned, you guys are grown.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But mom and dad and your old teachers and people like Miss Tammy, we're looking at the maturity level, how you handle what your new norm looks like, how you scoped it out. So your new norm now is at Howard University.
Yeah.
And you're now, did you see, before you got there, like the Deltas, the AKAs, the Q Dogs, all of those fraternities and sororities, were you ever exposed to that before you got there?
My cousin, shout out to my cousin Shakia. She went to Fayetteville State.
Shout out Shakia.
Yeah. She was an AKA. She crossed her junior year, so that was like the first time, a D9 was ever like exposed to our family. She was the first one, so we were like, okay, career, like, you agree, like, and then we started realizing, like, that's part of the Black culture, like being
part of the Black culture.
Yeah.
Well, I love that.
So, so I was exposed to that. Just like she is the only one in our family to be D9. Well, my dad, he did the graduate chapter, so
he's part of D9.
Yeah, D9. It was a big deal, but it was more so like to actually see someone and go to college and cross and like have the actual college experience, because she was involved a lot. She still is involved, and she that hard. And so by the time when I got to Howard, I realized it is a bigger deal. Like Fayetteville State, you can go there and you can see the plots and stuff and everything of that sort. And they have probates. I actually did go to a probate my senior year at Fayetteville State.
Okay.
It was my first probate, and that was different. And then once you get to Howard, it's like the whole universe, because Howard did start a lot of those D9.
It did.
So it was like...
It did. That actually is a very, very true statement. The originals of originals came from Howard University. So you're in and I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. Both of you guys are in huge cities. Huge cities.
Yes. Charlotte's a melting pot.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. So how's that been adjusting? You are getting ready to be a sophomore.
I'm getting ready to be a senior.
That's right, because you went to early college. Yes. This is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're getting ready to be a senior.
Yes,
so I hope my niece is listening
25.
to this. Yeah, I hope my niece is listening to this right now, because I'm encouraging her to go to early college. So you are about to be a senior at UNC Charlotte, right? Okay, and but you've only been there, what, a year and a half, 2 years?
A year. Next year will be 2 years when I graduate.
How is the adjustment from Rayford, from Fayetteville to Charlotte, North Carolina, the home of the Carolina Panthers, home of 85, Interstate 85, those crazy drivers? What is that about?
I'll say, I think there's this like, what's it called, like a stereotype that Fayetteville is so bad. Like, every time I'm like, oh yeah, I'm from Fayetteville, they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, what's so bad about Fayetteville? But I guess because I live here, I'm like, it's not that bad. Like, it's just Fayetteville. But I guess when you look from the outside, it's a little rough. But I still love my whole town. Charlotte, it really is a melting pot. I thought going to a PWI would just be primarily white people, but there's Indians, there's Asians, I mean, there's African students, there's Hispanics. I would say it's very diverse. I made a lot of great people out there that are diverse. I think that's very nice. I will say it was an adjustment because, I mean, Fayetteville, Rayford, it's a military town.
Yeah.
So even saying, like, I live next to Fort Bragg and I hear bombing, they're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I thought that was normal. Yeah. But as far as only being there 2 years, I'll say that is an adjustment because it's like as soon as I get settled down, it's kind of time to pack up and leave again.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't realize that until, I guess now really, because fall semester is basically my last full semester, and spring semester I graduate. So it's all the friends that I just made. I'm like, I hate to leave you because we're so close now. We hang out every day, all day. Let's go to the caf or let's go to the library.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate to break it to you, but I'm about to leave. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad I chose UNC Charlotte. It was
Do you feel like it's
interesting.
exposed you to? Is the exposure level much higher, do you believe, by going to UNC Charlotte versus staying here in Fayetteville?
Yes.
And I'm sorry I keep doing that. And sorry, Fayetteville. I live here in Fayetteville. I shouldn't keep doing that. But for me, I'm just saying, as far as population is concerned, like we're just Cumberland County, we're a little over 330,000. Where Charlotte is a million.
Bigger. Like the Walmarts are bigger. There's Targets with 2 stories on them. The malls are 2 levels, and then there's 2 sides of the mall. Everything is bigger. The roads are much busier. I'll say that's probably one of the biggest adjustments, learning how to drive in Charlotte. Yeah. Because Fayetteville and even Rayford, you can get around with a lot of back roads. Mm-hmm. Charlotte don't really have no back roads. So I just say that was a big adjustment. But I think if I learned anything, it's to just go out. Like, I go out with my friends. I don't really go out by myself. I think I feel like my parents help with that too, because my sister, we are only 18 months apart. So if we had to go into the store, they'd be like, Whitney running with her, Maya running with her. So I was always with somebody. I don't like being by myself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'd rather go out with a group. And if I can't go out a group, then I'm just not going.
Yeah. Anaya, what about you? Let me ask you this. So do you feel like the exposure at Howard University and DC itself has been a plus for you?
Yes, it has been a plus. Yeah.
In what ways? Because we're thinking about restaurants. We're thinking about, because in Fayetteville, everything closes at, 10 o'clock? But I'm assuming in DC, you're pretty much open to really, really late into the wee hours. If they close at all, you're exposed to different art, information on art, music, churches, right? Places of faith. All of those things that you are now exposed to. How's that positively impacted your life?
It impacted me in like a lot of different ways. It made me see like how fast city life is. Like, you ever hear people say the city life is fast? Like, that's fast living.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is. Like, when people say that the city never sleeps, it's never a time of quietness. No, every night going to sleep, we would hear the fire truck going down. Like, just hear it blowing. And we just like, oh, that's just a fire truck. Or it's just never, nothing is never like stop. Like, people are always going to work. DC is really known for like public transportation and walking. So like, if it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and you're hungry, we're gonna probably walk to the McDonald's that's across the street and stuff like that. Church-wise, actually, Howard does have a chapel that they do every Sunday, and the Howard Gospel Choir sings there and stuff like that. And there's other churches around that me and my friends went to. We went to this one church. I forgot the name, actually. But we went, and it was really nice. It was different. And, yeah.
Now, have you taken the opportunity to go to New York from there? Or is that something you don't want to share because Mom and Dad might be listening?
No. New York, I've been in New York one time with my family, and that was like middle school. So I don't really remember. But I don't think it's ever been a desire for me to go to New York, unless I want to see like a Broadway show or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to just go just because it's like
We went.
sunny.
I think Christmas last year. But it was kind of just like, to see the lights of the big buildings, that was nice. But when you look down, it's kind of dirty.
Yes. Oh my God.
I was just like, okay, I'm ready to go. And everybody is so rude.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. The city is so crazy.
They will bump into you and keep it pushing like nothing happened.
Yeah, and
That's
don't say
reckless.
anything.
Yeah, they don't.
Huh?
And don't say anything.
Oh yeah, no, they don't say nothing. Not a sorry, not a nothing, but okay.
Nothing. Man, so look, we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to switch gears because I think they're ready, because I keep hearing about the chapel, church, my faith. And so let's dive into that, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Okay.
mostly cloudy with a chance of an isolated storm tonight. Low temperatures dip into the upper 60s to lower 70s. Thursday, partly sunny, breezy. It's a hot and humid day again. High temperatures range from 85 to 90. There will be a chance for some scattered late-day storms as a cold front swings through. Behind that front, it's sunny and less humid Friday. Highs are in the mid to upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
So you just used bug spray in your home. Now what? Well, between the waiting and waiting for things to dry up and keeping your family away from the mess, it hits you. You could have used Zevo. Unlike other bug sprays that stick around, Zevo goes from kill to clean in seconds. Plus, it's safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Zevo, people-friendly, bug-deadly.
Seasons change. Why not your tech? Upgrade now during the Dell Technologies Summer Sale event and save on select PCs like the XPS 16 powered by Intel Core processors. You'll be able to bring your most intensive projects to life with built-in AI, minimalistic design, immersive visuals, and cinematic audio. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics plus free shipping on everything. Amazing prices await you for a limited time only at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
If you have been injured in a motor vehicle collision, you should understand that the insurance company is not on your side. It is the adjuster's job to get by with paying you as little as possible. Call personal injury trial lawyer Brent Adams now for a free no-obligation consultation. Call now, 910-888-8888. Don't hesitate. Call 8. At Brent Adams & Associates, we make things right.
NC Medicaid is healthcare coverage for more North Carolinians. Just go to medicaid.nc.gov and fill out the needed information. Or call our Medicaid Contact Center. You can put pen to paper and fill out an application. And email, mail, or drop it off at your local Department of Social Services. And you can work with a navigator like Marvell at your local library. Don't wait, you can apply at any time and get covered starting the date of your application.
NC Medicaid is for more people. See if you qualify at medicaid.nc.gov.
An isolated shower thunderstorm is possible late tonight. Otherwise, it's mostly cloudy. Low temperatures are in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Thursday, we'll see partly sunny skies. It's a breezy day as a cold front approaches. High temperatures range from 85 to 90 with some scattered late-day storms. Friday, we're nice and dry behind the front. It's sunny and less humid, but still hot with highs in the mid to upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
Testimony in Hunter Biden's gun trial continuing today. His ex-wife and ex-girlfriend both on the stand. Prosecutors called them to testify about Hunter's history of drug use. The president's son faces felony charges stemming from the purchase of a gun in 2018 when he said on the application he was not a drug user. Lebanese military says its soldiers shot and captured a gunman who attacked the U.S. Embassy near Beirut after a shootout that injured an embassy security guard. More young people accused of serious crimes in North Carolina would have their cases tried automatically in adult court under legislation that received final General Assembly approval today. It heads to the governor. Wall Street barreled to an all-time high as its frenzy around the artificial intelligence technology keeps sending stocks higher. S&P up 1.2%, NASDAQ up a full 2%. The Dow adds 0.2%. The first year of that 12-team college football playoff will kick off with first-round games on December 20th and 21st. Bruce Farrell, NCN News.
If you can no longer work because of illness or injury, you should be collecting Social Security disability insurance benefits. Call Brent Adams now for a free consultation. Don't give up just because you've been turned down. Brent Adams has helped thousands collect full disability benefits even after they've been turned down. Call now, 910-888-8888. Don't hesitate. Call 8. At Brent Adams & Associates, we make things right.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. Every day, this network of 26 electric co-ops is working together with local members like you to power a brighter future through innovative energy technologies, community support, and enhanced grid reliability. Learn more about our brighter future vision at ncelectriccooperatives.com. North Carolina's electric cooperatives, powering a brighter future.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Grab a frosty mug and try the newest flavor from Bluebell, A&W Root Beer Float Ice Cream. A creamy vanilla-flavored ice cream swirled together with an A&W Root Beer flavored sherbet. A new way to enjoy your favorite root beer float.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
Good evening. Tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy with a chance of an isolated storm tonight. Low temperatures dip into the upper 60s to lower 70s. Thursday, partly sunny, breezy. It's a hot and humid day again. High temperatures range from 85 to 90. There will be a chance for some scattered late-day storms as a cold front swings through. Behind that front, it's sunny and less humid Friday. Highs are in the mid to upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
Welcome back from the break. We're back with you with the second half presentation of A Nation of Sisters radio talk show on WIDU, WYDU, WAGR, WEWO. We are the entire We Do Radio Network. Let us continue to enjoy the lovely ladies of the hour. Here's your host extraordinaire, the lovely, the blessed, appointed, anointed one, our friend, our family, Miss Tammy Thurman, and her in-studio lovely guest. Welcome back, ladies. We're ready for much, much more of A Nation of Sisters radio talk show. Take it away, boss lady.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you so much, guys. Again, we're back from the commercial break. Thank you so much for rocking with A Nation of Sisters. If you are listening to this or looking at it on WIDU Facebook, please like and share. Share and like and share. Do that for me, please. So we are back with some very, very amazing young ladies. One from Howard University, one from UNC Charlotte. Man, these girls are really grounded, and I am so proud that they are part of A Nation of Sisters. One of them is yawning now as I am talking, but we're gonna go right on past that, because it's now we're gonna talk about what really A Nation of Sisters is all about, and that is supporting our sisters, whether they are young girls, our middle-aged women, our women of a particular age, in faith. And so I want to start with Maya, because Maya called me. Well, no, actually, her mom has sent me a text a couple of months ago, and I saw an amazing video on Facebook, and then I reached out to Maya, and we cried, and we talked for a minute over the phone. But with all of that said, Maya, can you, because right now, Anaya, there are young girls listening now who are like in the 7th grade, who are like in the 8th grade, who are in high school, and they are facing some of the things that you guys faced when you were there. But they're also now facing things that you probably can't even imagine, would never come to your mind to say, I can't believe that they're having to face that now. And so I want you to talk about your faith and how did you come to that. So Maya, we'll start with you and just talk a little bit about your journey and where you're at now.
I'll say I've always been like introduced to the church life. I think I said previously that I used to go all the time with my parents, and then as we got older, it was kind of like, okay, well, they have to work, so maybe we'll do this Sunday, and then we might skip one, or we might listen to the radio, or might watch it on TV. But I've always been taught that if things get hard, you need to look towards God. And that's my favorite Bible verse, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me.
Yes.
And so, college is rough. I'm just not even gonna.
Yeah.
It was rough. I didn't know anybody, and I was really scared not to make new friends, but like if they didn't like me or if they didn't want to be my friend, I thought I was just gonna be in my dorm by myself. So I started listening to this song. It's called "God Is Good" by Jonathan Reynolds. I think that's how you say his last name. It was so good, and it just was just telling me like everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna work out, your troubles are gonna lead you to God. And I started going to church, and when I started following the Elevation Church, that's when I noticed, oh, well, my friend Tamara follows them, and we go to school together. Let me talk to her. And I feel like I really found a good community of girls, and girls of color at that, who were Christ-based, and they had all the same morals that I did. And I feel like that made it easier for my transition into college. Now, I'll say I hate that we don't have an Elevation in Fayetteville. Somebody needs to fix that. But
shout out to Elevation Church.
My dad goes to the Rockfish Church in Rayford.
Yeah, that's right up the road from where I live at, and I pass that church all the time, and I've never stopped there, and I really want to check that church out. I mean, I have my own church, Charity Church, the Church at Christville. Shout out to Pastor Natalie MacArthur. I want to go there.
Okay, you should. I mean,
okay, go ahead.
On a radio show. Okay. I mean, I hate to say that it gets the job done, but I go in and I listen to his service, and maybe after that, if I'm feeling like I need a little bit more, then I'll watch the Elevation one online.
Yeah.
I just don't like, for me, watching church online because I feel like it don't really do nothing because I can pause it and go make some noodles in the kitchen.
Right.
Like, I don't want to pause it. I want to experience it, and I want to feel that energy and feel the spirit on me. So that just doesn't work for me. So maybe I'll try another church or something, but Rockfish is closest to me now. I'll say for any of the young girls listening, just find God, even if that's in a song that you like. If you have to sit down and read a story out of the Bible, if that's scrolling on Instagram and finding a page that's Christ-based, just do really anything, because that's what's going to save you at the end of the day, really and truly.
So you had an amazing experience that I saw a couple of months ago that a lot of Christians, right, of the Christian faith that we experience, and it was a baptism. Yes. And it was so emotional at the time for her, but she doesn't realize the emotions that we were feeling, you know, as your mom was recording that. So I know your mom was feeling the emotions, but for me, you know, watching it through social media, I mean, I can't even express to you, Maya. Oh, God, I'm about to start crying.
Don't start crying, because I'll cry, too.
I can't even express. Anaya's like, please do not start crying in here. I can't express to you what I felt to see, you know, that experience for you. And I know, as I know you, I know everything that I saw from the time that they walked you up to to the time you stopped and looked, to the time that they brought you down, to the time that you were dipped. Everything that I saw, tears, the trembling, just everything that I saw was real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was real.
It was so real. Now, that's what I felt and that's what I saw. But the listeners now that are listening, tell them, do you mind telling them what you felt? What was that like? And tell, give it as much time as you need. You've got as much time
it was
as you
everything
need.
you said. Okay, so basically what happened was they said the church's anniversary is coming up and we're going to start doing some baptisms and welcoming new people into the church and like really do like I think it's called like an e-group or something where you volunteer. And so at first I was like, okay, I can volunteer. I could do that. And okay, let me back up even further. Mm-hmm. So for my 19th birthday, I told myself I really only had 2 goals, which was to do good in school and to get closer to God. Because I felt like if I got closer to God, then everything else would fall in line. Whether it was my relationships, my friendships, just everything would just fall into line. Because to me, I felt like I can't be stable in one thing if I'm not good with God. And so I started going to Elevation every Sunday. I started reading my Bible, even just when I was outside of church. I think for that whole month, I tried not to listen to any, like, rap music. If I did listen to anything like that, it was probably more R&B, because that's what I like. And then if I wasn't listening to that, if I wasn't really in the mood to hear anything, I would just put on gospel music. And Pandora was really good with putting on, like, new songs and new song suggestions.
Yeah.
And so I would just add them to my Apple playlist. And there are a lot of new Christian artists who are coming out with more like Christian rap, and I feel like that was even good to just hear that and I guess get the feeling of rap music, but it's still Christian based. So then they said that they were doing the volunteer, and I was like, well, I can volunteer, or I can be in a group, I can help somebody, I can do something, even if it's just saying hi, how are you? And I feel like that was going to be good too, because that's public speaking skills. If you can't talk to a stranger, how are you going to do good at a job where you got to talk to somebody?
Come on.
Then I said, okay, so I signed up for that, and I think I did 2 sessions, and they were really good. And I learned a lot of people. I made great friends. And then they said, well, now we're doing baptisms. And I always remember seeing, like, somebody get baptized, and I'm like, dang, what do I have to do to be in that place where they are? And
that's interesting.
Shout out to my friend Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Yes, she got baptized, I want to say, in October, November. And I was like, and she's had a life. I'll just say that. So I was like, well, if she could do it, I can do it too. So I really did feel like I was at the place where I could really just sit down and talk with the pastor and just be like, I don't know how I feel about this. And he was like, what do you mean you don't know how you feel? You either want to do it or you don't. And I was like, well, I do want to do it. And he was like, well, that's it. We're going to sign you up.
That's right.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I signed up for it after the sermon. And I guess my card got lost somewhere because I did sign up for it. But then I guess like the weekend before, I told my mom that I was going to do it. But I was like, well, I haven't heard anything from anybody, so I really don't think it's going to happen. And she was like, oh, no, Maya, I took off of work. This is happening. And
yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
Okay. So I was like, let me just call up to the church and find out what's going on. And right then and there, they were like, oh, we see your paper. I'm sorry we didn't reach out. So we got everything organized. And then, I was like, oh, this is really going to happen. Like, I guess at first I was BSing it, but it was, like, serious. So I said, okay, let me just lock in for real. So I was praying because I was like, I just don't think I'm ready for this. I don't know if I can live up to the expectations that I have and that God has for me. The night before, I just prayed, and I was like, I hope everything goes well. And then the next morning, I think I met my mom at the church, and they had us all line up. Everybody was really nice. They introduced us. They prayed over us. Then we all prayed together. They gave us the clothes to wear. And I just remember crying from the time I was in the bathroom changing my clothes until the time I got out there. And then the song they were playing, which is, I think it's called like More Able by Elevation Church. Really good too.
God is more than
Yes, that's a really good song. that song really all just moved me to tears. So I was like, they will play this sappy song right now when I'm about to get baptized.
I love that song.
They could have played any praise song or anything. I said, oh, here we go. And I
because
cannot,
it's about focusing.
Yes, and so
everything else has got to stay in the
I just felt like he gave me the strength. Like, I can't even really remember walking up to the tank.
Wow.
I just remember feeling like almost at peace, really and truly. I remember being like, don't let the devil talk to you. Don't let the devil talk to you.
Come on.
A part of me, I remember wanting to run away, like, run to the bathroom. But I can't. So I was like, okay. But when I got to the tank, everybody was very nice. And I sat down, and he was like, the first thing he told me was like, you need to breathe. I was just crying so much, and I was like, okay. And then I can't even remember what he said to me. I think he said, God bless. I don't know. And then he put me under the water, and then I came up, and I was like, oh. Like, not to say that was it, but I was like, I don't know, I just felt even more at peace. Like, all the doubts that I had about myself, whether I was ready for it or not, and I was like, girl.
All of that out the window.
Yeah, I was like, you did it. Like,
yes.
that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a really good experience. My fears took over more than anything else. And I feel like I think there's a thing where it's like fear over faith. Mm-hmm. Or faith over fear. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But, yes, I really feel like my faith took over. And he showed me, like, I bet you think it's the hardest thing in the world, and you're going to do it, and it's so easy. You're going to make it look so easy for other people.
Yeah.
And it was really just the best experience I had. I would do it 1,000 times over again. Like, I'm really thinking maybe I could do it, like, once a year, like, on my birthday around that time, just to show, like, this is where my focus is at. But I don't want to take advantage of their water, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think you said something that was so powerful, that you're doing something that people are going to watch,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a lot of times we are the only Jesus that a lot of people are ever going to see, mm-hmm. because we can no longer wait for people to come to church, right? We can't expect them to come into church. We go to our job. We are out in the community, mm-hmm. wherever we're at, we've got to show Christ. And so, again, I'm so proud of you. Let me ask you this. How has your journey been since then? Because you remember the talk that we had, and I don't know if you remember, but one thing I kept saying is take it one day at a time.
Yes. I do feel like it has gotten better, especially with going to church by myself. I feel like it's a lot easier for me now. I don't know, maybe I just feel like I'm older now, so I can do that by myself. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like going to church is an obligation anymore. It's something I want to do.
Wow.
I don't mind.
It's not a chore. It's what you want to do.
I don't mind listening to gospel music when I have my friends in the car. Like, I'm not ashamed of it. Like,
yeah.
Because I used to be like, oh, well, they're about to get my car. Let me turn something else on. No, it's my car. You're going to listen to what I want to listen to.
That's right.
So, yeah, I would just say that everything, it's not easy. And being baptized does not make you the perfect Christian in the world, because I promise you I have my flaws. I'm not going to say I don't sin on the daily, but, like, you know what I mean?
We all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. That's what God said.
There's a song where it's like, a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got back up. And that's all you have to do, is just get back up. And talk to God. He's very understanding. He loves you more than anybody else. So, and he made you, like, through his eyes and what he wanted you to be. So why would he sit there and bash you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, and I can appreciate that. And that's why I'm trying not to interrupt you while you're talking, because I really want the young girls to hear your perspective mm-hmm. and your point of view and not mine. And so what I take away from what you're saying is, again, I'm just really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
And you just keep going forward. Nobody said it was going to be easy. I want you both to know that. Nobody said it would ever be easy, but he will bring you through. Mm-hmm. Anytime that you're under attack, just understand that you are still under the blood of Christ. Under attack doesn't mean anything. You're still under the blood. You're still under the covering of God. He's got you. And so I just really appreciate you sharing that story. Mm-hmm. Anaya, please feel free to share with us your experience or what you are looking forward to with your faith walk.
So similar to like how Maya said, college is difficult.
It is.
So,
it is.
Growing up, yes, both of my parents are Christians, so we went to church. I wouldn't say every Sunday, but in the Sundays we could go. And then once got to like high school, middle school, my dad would just go to church. Like he would get up, go to church. If you ain't wake up with him, he'd out the door already. Like so. Once actually, I would say I met my current boyfriend, Shane. He's more
Hey Shane.
Hey Shane, yeah. He was in the church way more than I was, so he knows like a lot about Christianity and everything like that. Like I knew, the basics. Like we celebrate Christmas for Jesus being born, etc. like that.
Okay.
But he was way more like he knew a lot, and I was like, okay, that's good. And we would always like talk about it in high school and stuff, like going to church. We went to church like a couple times. I went to his mom church, his dad church. He came to my church and stuff like that. So then once we graduated, I would say like it hit me right once we graduated, like late June, because we graduated like June 2nd. So like late June, I was in my bed and I was like, oh my God, like what? Like this is life after high school, like just by yourself, like just in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Because you had so many distractions in high school, like you wasn't really thinking.
And you're on a schedule.
Yeah. But it was just like so many thoughts in the summertime. So one thing that I would say that really like wanted me to get closer to God was the constant worry and fear about like the afterlife or death and stuff like that. A lot of people don't speak about it. Like, So I'll be like staying up at night till like 3 o'clock in the morning, thinking like, oh my God, what's happening when I die? This and this. Looking up on Google. Google gonna make you think like something way different.
Yeah, like you're gonna die tomorrow.
So I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? So then I spoke with my mom and dad, and they were like, maybe you need to try to find like what your spiritual journey, like what faith based like you want to be on.
Yeah.
Backstory: my mom and dad, they went through their own spiritual journey. Like my dad, he went to like to a mosque for the Muslim, that's what it's called? Yeah. And he went through multiple different religions to find the one that he felt best in.
Yeah.
So that's what I started doing. I started looking for like more ways to be there for God. So I did start reading the Bible and stuff, and I was like getting into it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, but I feel like I need something more deeper. So I always was brought to know about Lent. Like Lent is before Easter comes. In my family, we do Lent. So we did Lent, and I was giving up like foods and stuff like that. But
that's a Catholic practice, right? Lent?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we was doing fasting for Lent and stuff like that, and I was just still like feeling like, I don't know, there's something's not given. Yeah.
Still not satisfied. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, once like college came, I met like a good group of people, of friends, and they were Christian based as well. And we saw that they had a chapel and stuff. So we went to chapel multiple times, and it was good. I was getting into it. And then I started just like talking to God, like, I need something that's gonna make me feel like you and stuff like that. So I did cut out secular music. Like now I have a whole worship playlist, like Maya said. Like I try to listen to gospel music a lot, and it's been very good. And I remember meeting with Maya one day from college, and I was telling them like for the whole month of January, I was gonna give up this so I could show like my discipline and like loyalty to God. Yeah. And then Maya was like, "You're really gonna do that for like a whole month?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to." And then shortly after that, I saw Maya post that she got baptized. And it was like a shock. Well, not like a shock like that, but like I was shocked. Like, oh my God, like people are really doing faith-based activities that's like, and it's not being shunned or anything like that. So I texted her and I was like, I'm so proud of you. Like,
so
you
what
really
if it's shunned?
Yeah, I mean, it's done now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I was like, I'm so proud of you, Maya. Like, you really have inspired me to continue like on my faith journey and everything of that sort. And she sent me a text back saying like, she said I was an inspiration for her too, because when I told her about Lent and all this and all that.
Yes.
And I was like, dang, that's crazy. And then, so now since I've been back home, me and my boyfriend go to church. We were doing Bible study in college. We're trying to do like every once a week and stuff like that. Because he goes to a different school. And just being more intentional with the stuff I do, like trying to live for God, be there for God. And I've been going to Manna Church. I've actually
shout out to Manna.
Yeah, I signed up to be part of their little small group so I could start doing like volunteer stuff like that and that sort. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Ladies, I thank you so much for sharing your stories. Again, there are so many people, young and old, who need to really hear what you guys have to say. And I want you to know that what you say and how you feel, it matters. It matters so much that I'm going to need y'all to come back.
Oh, I'm always down.
Yes, I really need y'all to come back. And I think what I'm going to do is we may see about if we can rearrange this room some, because I really want to bring in, if we can get at least maybe 8 to 10 young women in here to have some really, really in-depth conversation. No right or wrong answers, right? But let's hear from your heart, right?
Yes, I have the girls. They just need the day off.
They just need the day off.
And they're ready.
Yeah. All right.
Ages 24 to 18. Yes.
That's great.
Those are all my friends. They all have different ages. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to do that. That is, I think so. So A Nation of Sisters. We're already at 6:01, right? So time is already up. But I just want everybody to know that, just as my sister Tammy was telling everybody at the top of the hour, I am going to be picking up a second show. So I will be coming on the last Wednesday of the month. So we're hoping around August or September that this will start, and that show is going to be dedicated. I'm looking for a dedication from our girls, right? So I'm excited about that. We're going to work it out. We're going to make things happen. But again, everybody who's been listening today, thank you so much. Y'all got a 10-second takeaway that you just want to, if you could go back and talk to your 13-year-old self in 10 seconds, what would you tell your 13-year-old self? Go.
Oh, I would say just be you and follow God.
I would say put your phone down. The boys aren't important. And yes, you like really, just follow God. He's really the answer.
He is. He's the answer. And I would be remiss if I didn't clarify that the God that I serve is the God of Jesus Christ. That is the God that I serve. There are so many gods in this world right now, but the God that I serve is the true and living God, the God of Jesus Christ. A Nation of Sisters, thank you so much for rocking with us today. Again, please get this video, like and share and like, if you will, please, for us. Until next time, may God smile upon each and every one of you. I love you, and nothing you can do about it.